King 5 has team coverage on this first alert weather night. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we will check in with Cornelius Hawker, where some Bellevue residents are being asked to conserve energy. But we begin with meteorologist Mike Everett, who has been tracking this heat wave for us. Mike?
Hi there. So the one message tonight is that it is extended yet once again. Remember, it was only supposed to be a couple days. It was supposed to end on Sunday. Then we had to extend it to Monday, then to Tuesday. Now it's out to Wednesday. I'll show you that in a moment. Let me show you this. The sun went down just a little under an hour ago. It is still 85 degrees in Tacoma, 82 in Seattle, 84 in Bremerton. And we are seeing some relief along the coast. 65 in Quileute, where it got very warm today, and 67 up towards Bellingham. It's going to be another warm one there tomorrow. So yeah, the big story here is that we have extended that first alert out now into Wednesday. And again, here's why. The heat advisory has been extended through 5 p.m. Wednesday for everything you see in the orange there, including most of western Washington. Heat warning extended now through 10 p.m. Wednesday for much of eastern Washington, and down towards the south we still have a heat warning in effect in Portland. Portland expected to hit 103 tomorrow. I'll tell you more about that coming up in your full forecast.
Those numbers are incredible. King 5's Cornelius Hawker joining us live tonight from Bellevue. Cornelius, a power company had a flex event this evening. It's asking people to conserve energy, something they say is necessary. How did it go over?
You know, Jessica, everyone I talked to said they were okay with cutting back on electricity. And on a hot day like we had earlier, Puget Sound Energy says they're not expecting people to turn off their AC, but rather do other things to conserve energy.
Puget Sound Energy sent this email to all its customers asking them to use less electricity today between 4 and 8 p.m.
We talked about what we needed to do this morning. Turn off your computers, your technology, your TVs.
I don't mind for the community, for the greater good, if everybody does just a little bit and it helps out.
This isn't the first time PSC has asked customers to conserve energy during peak hours.
We participated last fall and winter in the Flex event, and we kind of got into it because we were competing with our neighbors, which we got to see how much energy they used and how much we used.
Despite this ask, PSC assures the community there's not going to be a power grid failure.
At this time, we're not concerned about the grid. It is performing where it's supposed to be performing.
Gerald Tracy, a spokesperson for the company, says these flex events are a way to ensure there's not extra stress on the power grid. Customers can even get paid for participating.
And we paid $1.8 million in incentives to the customers who partook in our first season. There's still incentives for customers to enroll in PSC Flex now.
Gerald says PSC doesn't expect you to turn off your air during the scorching heat, but instead hold off on doing other things during peak usage time.
And they can do their dishes later at night, do their laundry overnight.
Charles Scherer, a PSC customer, had plans to be out of his home during the Flex event, so there was no need for the AC to be on.
We could turn it off. It's not a problem because it's going to end up using the same amount of energy to cool it down to this amount later.
As this hot weather presses on, PSC is doing what's necessary to keep the lights on.
We are monitoring the system 24/7 as our teams closely track the situation.
Now, while turning off the AC is an option, it may not save you the most money. Experts told our Verify team that it could cost more in the long run to constantly cool down your home. So they suggest whenever you're out of the house, turn the thermostat up a few degrees, so then whenever you get back home, it doesn't take as long to cool it down. Live in Bellevue, Cornelius Hawker, King 5 News.
Thank you, Cornelius. A reminder, if you need some relief, there are cooling centers open. And to find more information and which ones are open in your area, you can call 211 to find a center near you.